Testing 1, 2, 3. What's up you guys, it's your boy Hayden, back with another video, and today it's going to be another similar vlog style review format, so to speak, but we are going to be we're going to be experiencing in the studio with MJ. Now I don't know how the audio is going to sound because I'm using a lapel microphone but straight plugged into the camera. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is the first time, I think, no actually this is the second time it's been in Sydney, but the first time me attending. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was either in high school or I was just completely busy on the first time it came to Sydney, but I'm very, very excited. Got the MJ shirt, Smooth Criminal, my favorite song. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, In the Studio with MJ is hosted by Brad Sundberg, not the other Brad Buxer, the infamous Brad, what are you gonna do? But yeah, for those of you who don't know who Brad Sundberg is, it's a very insightful person in MJ's life. I've got a brief description on my phone on who he is. It says, Brad Sundberg joined MJ's team during the production of Captain EO in 1985 and remained with MJ as one of his engineers and technical director for nearly 18 years. Brad was actively involved in the studio production of 4 of MJ's studio albums, Bad, Dangerous History, and Blood on the Dance Floor. He also worked on remixes and edits for countless singles, short films, and tour preparations associated with these projects. And beyond the studio, as MJ's incredible Neverland Valley Ranch grew from dream to reality, MJ had brought Brad in to design and install music and video systems in virtually every corner of the property. In addition to MJ's personal listening and dance studio systems, Brad created incredible outdoor sound effect systems throughout the grounds with the exact same attention to detail. MJ chose the music, but he trusted Brad's technical expertise to make it sound great. And yeah, apologies if I sound a bit dusty, in a sense where I only had 6 hours of sleep. Yeah, the night before I watched the Minecraft movie, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend watching the Minecraft movie in a sense where it's just, feels like I was watching a big TikTok. But we're not here to talk about the Minecraft movie, we're here to talk about the Brad Sundberg seminar. And yeah, funnily enough, it's actually situated at my old uni at SAE Institute Sydney. I'm actually going there next week again, one of their open days as being a past student. But yeah, me and SAE have a close connection, which they gave me a free ticket. But I understand that this is an external event. Has nothing to do with SAE, and they're just using the campus as a location, so to speak. I can't wait to hear what is on offer, in a sense where there's no recording during one of the seminars. That's one of the most sensitive things. There's a metal detector, there's no devices recording, in a sense where they don't want stuff to be leaked, which is fair enough. I know Brad's laptop recently got stolen, a lot of songs got leaked. I covered in my Thriller 40 video, I think it was the documentary or the album review, my thoughts on leaks. I know it's very exciting, but it also damages the industry, so to speak. But yeah, I can't wait to hear a Brad seminar in person. I know that people have recorded, and also that there's the lovely fans in the MJ Australia group on Facebook, and it's really interesting because in a sense where I've made some really nice friends there, and it's always great to see them, bit of a yap, as well as just talk all things MJ and all things just normal people stuff, so to speak. But yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if I'm going to be full on vlogging using this camera or just using my phone. I'm still getting used to vlogging in public, in a sense where, but yeah, in a sense for me it's just awkward carrying this camera as well as a microphone. Luckily I bought a microphone. When I did my MJ the musical vlog, in a sense, I didn't bring a microphone, and the audio sounded really, really tinny, as well as I was walking in the wind and that all you hear is but luckily I bought a lapel mic. I'll be switching this camera to my phone, just depends on what's available. But yeah, going to my uni for a non-uni event, in a sense where this is completely different, but it's always, I don't know, the universe is just speaking to me, in a sense where going back to my old uni, listening and talking about some MJ stuff. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little vlog slash review, and yeah, let's see how the day unfolds. It's currently almost 8:30, but yeah, I was contemplating not wearing an MJ t-shirt, but luckily I am. Smooth Criminal, one of my favorite songs. But yeah, I decided to go for more of like a streetwear kind of fit. But yeah, the train's pretty empty, in a sense where there's no one in this carriage. I chose the last carriage because I figured that if I'm going to be vlogging, I don't want to interrupt anyone. It feels like a private train carriage. But yeah, looks like we're on our way to the seminar. I also forgot to mention that I'm attending the Saturday session. There was a Friday session yesterday. I couldn't attend due to work. But yeah, the Saturday is a big full-on session, and that, yeah, my ticket, let me get the email. It's very cumbersome holding a camera. Yeah, so I got an email from TicketBud, so to speak, and also from Brad, in a sense where our weekend in the studio with MJ is finally here. I'm so excited to see you. There are so many details below, so read carefully. But yeah, basically it says bring your ID. All guests have to go through a metal detector. Drinks and snacks are welcome. They're going to be fully photographing as well, so that's going to be fun. Hopefully I get some cool pictures with Brad and with other MJ fans. And there's also some cool merch as well, including photos, pins, totes, posters, etc. So by default, I'm going to be spending most of my paycheck there. It's going to be a fun event, so to speak. It's going to be a long event. I think the seminar is from 10 to 6. We might have dinner together, not with Brad, I'm not too sure. But yeah, have some drinks with fellow MJ fans. And it's just going to be a really, really fun experience. But yeah, what a great start to the weekend, so to speak. Yeah, I'm still not a confident vlogger, so to speak. I do the silent disco walking tours, but I can't speak to myself, by myself, to a camera in public. Very strange, but I can present to 50 people just fine. I don't know, that's just me. So yeah, every time when I used to go to uni, I used to walk through the scary tunnel. It's got the scary tunnel at Central Station, but some days it would feel very long, and then some other days it would feel really, really short. And over there is my old uni, my old haunt. Ooh, fun.
So it's coming up to a year.
Alrighty, so we're in my old uni, but sort of made himself Brad, but this is the turnout for everyone. So a lot of MJ fans, a lot of familiar faces, pretty cool. Alrighty, just a quick video because it's on a lunch break at the moment. But yeah, it's really, really insightful. Brad talks about his experiences with MJ, his bad, dangerous, and in this next session, history. Very, very cool in a sense where he's just talking about the mixing, mastering processes, his little anecdotes and personal anecdotes as well. I just like it that although this is an MJ-centric event, he puts his own personal flavor to it. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Bought some merch as well. I'll label it out later during this video. But yeah, I'm really, really having fun. In terms of listening, so to speak, they put Someone Put Your Hand Out, like an alternative version, as well as just alternative versions of MJ songs we already know that has been played. But yeah, very interesting. They had played an I Just Can't Stop Loving You multi-track mix session, so to speak. And yeah, this kind of reminds me of the Bad 25 and Off the Wall documentaries, but it just feels like you're just there listening to all the stories and actually listening to the sessions being played. Yo, so just I don't even know if I'm making any sense, to be honest. Yeah, the seminar just finished. What a great, amazing insight in a sense where covered bad, dangerous history. I'm not going to talk too much about the actual things that were said, so to speak. I'll leave that to Brad. If you ever have the opportunity to actually listen, yeah, if you have the actual opportunity to witness, so to speak, a Brad seminar, I advise you should definitely go. But yeah, picked up some nice goodies and then afterwards hung out with the amazing fans from the Michael Jack Australia Facebook group. Great bunch of people. I really, really do love them from the bottom of my heart. They are just tremendous people. And yeah, it was just such a great seminar, good vibes all around with all the MJ fans, and got this cool tote bag with a lot of cool stuff. And we did stop by the Lyric Theatre to see MJ the Musical merch, so I picked up a few as well. I picked up some new merch, so that's always fun. That's always a lie I always tell to myself. I'm just not going to buy MJ merch. But yeah, it turns out in the Lyric Theatre that there's a small screen where you can actually watch the musical. If you have a child who's like, I don't know, needs a break or something, you can actually watch it. So I was looking at the screen, I was like, is that the musical that's playing? Because you can actually hear the music as well. But then we kind of got politely told by the staff to move along because we didn't buy a ticket, which is fair enough. But yeah, that's a bit of a hack. If you don't get caught, you can actually watch MJ the Musical, at least in the Lyric Theatre, from the lobby, as long as you're just looking at the screen and just looking not sus. But yeah, overall, what a great Saturday night. What a day. What a good day indeed. Oh my goodness. It's just been a whole MJ weekend Saturday. Probably the best Saturday I've had this year so far, but it's currently almost 12:20 in the morning, and I don't even know what I was talking about in the previous video, to be honest with you. I was just vlogging on the streets. This is probably the most cohesive version of me talking because I'm now settled down. in the usual YouTube setup. But yes, in the studio with MJ. Such a great, what a great seminar, what a great seminar. Special thanks to Brad for coming all the way to Sydney, Australia to meet like-minded MJ fans. It was really, really good. I guess let me just do the whole rundown, so to speak. We weren't allowed any phones at the seminar, which is fair enough because, you know, people like to record, leak some new content and all that stuff. And that's the thing, the only thing that really spoiled, I won't say spoiled, tainted this experience is because I like to listen to a lot of leaks. Most of it actually came from Brad's seminar, but it was an extensive insight nonetheless of the recording and technical aspects of the Bad, Dangerous and History albums. Brad was pretty pressed for time in a sense where he was actually watching the MJ the Musical show in Sydney at the Lyric Theatre. However, he didn't touch on all the songs, but yeah, there was some standout songs. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I won't spoil the whole seminar for you in a sense where I was mentally making notes. I was so tempted to write down handwritten notes for me to talk about, but I think that you should really just experience the seminar for what it is. But yeah, the whole seminar reminded me of the whole Bad 25 off-the-wall documentary style of music and technical production when it comes to actually making the albums. And yeah, just to flex saying that I never knew that on a weekend I'll be hanging out with Michael Jackson's technical director, as well as the fans from MJ Australia. Here's a wonderful group photo. We went out for drinks afterwards, and then we decided to go to the Lyric Theatre to hopefully look at some MJ the Musical stuff. There wasn't any flags, they removed it. There wasn't any mural either. I know, devastating, but we decided to buy some more MJ the Musical merch. And then we just had, I think we walked around the city twice. We were looking for food. We were pretty hungry. We were looking for pizza, but I had to go, sadly. It was getting pretty late. But let's talk about the swag bag. Now, this is the In the Studio with MJ tote bag, and I basically bought everything in a sense where, let's start off with the tote bag. Tote bag's pretty cool. And let's see, because I've got also my MJ the Musical merch inside here. Let's just start off with the In the Studio with MJ merch. So, tote bag. Now, the thing is, I'm not good at, oh, that's crumpled. I'm not good at storing posters. Let me just do my best to straighten it out. I'll do something about it. But yes, got the In the Studio with MJ poster. Pretty cool. Yeah, to be honest with you, I've been following In the Studio with MJ ever since I was in high school, and I always thought, man, I wish I could attend a seminar. And now, dream come true, tick that off the MJ bucket list. Yeah, never thought I'd attend a seminar. Ironically, at my old uni, shout out SAE Institute Sydney. I wish you could give me free tickets. But yeah, SAE and I go way back, as you can see. Got a history with that. But yeah, that's the poster, pretty cool. I'm gonna hang that next to my other MJ posters. Let's see, I got my very own lanyard. Here we go. In the Studio with MJ, 10 years anniversary, all access pass. Says In the Studio with MJ on the font. And my name tag, as you can see, Hayden, just in case if you forget my name. But yeah, pretty cool. And to be honest with you, just like in general, like networking events, I'm terrible with names, but I'm good with faces. So luckily, we got the name tag. And it's really funny because I get to meet more of the MJ Australia Facebook group. It's great. It just feels like Christmas reunion celebration kind of thing. It's funny seeing familiar faces. I met some team members of the MJ cast, lovely, lovely people, Paul and Charlie. And yeah, I've been a huge fan of the MJ cast ever since 2016. And it's just really cool that having a really big, high profile Michael Jackson podcast based in Australia is just crazy. And don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I really love when people say, oh, what's your videos and all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I just never thought that people would actually watch my videos, to be honest with you. It's truly humbling. I just really like making entertaining videos for everyone to watch. Now, next is, let's look at this Ziploc bag. This Ziploc bag has a lot of things in it, and I'll get to all the content in it fairly soon. So open it up, and we are greeted with, let's start off with these photo prints first, because I want to talk about these. So, these are 3 photo prints with MJ and Brad. Here's one of them. They're playing Jenga. Brad actually won. That's one of his stories. MJ not so happy. You've probably seen this picture before. Brad and MJ doing the bad era, so to speak. MJ with a brown fedora hat. And then this one, you've probably seen this picture, but I got Brad to sign it. Pretty cool. But yeah, this is gonna go into my keepsake shelf as well. I don't know whether I should put it next to my poster, but yeah, these are really cool prints in a sense where, it's it's, I don't know, if I worked with MJ, I'd totally be honoring his legacy like this. Now this one is pretty cool. It's called the Neverland Collection. I won't get too into it in a sense where the song's in it, but long story short, these are songs that Brad had compiled for MJ to play in the grounds of Neverland, so to speak. And he told a story about when Brad gave this song, this booklet, as well as this USB to Prince Jackson. He was actually in tears of joy, because he said, are these the songs of my childhood, so to speak? But yeah, I won't show what songs they're in. I mean, they're all in the public domain, so to speak, but they're all classical music and all that stuff. And it's basically just kind of like the soundtrack of Neverland, like the sounds and music that they played during like the zoo, amusement park, the theater, all that cool stuff. So this is kind of like the album liner notes, so to speak. And then it comes with a USB containing the songs. I haven't opened it yet, I literally just got home. But yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to this in my spare time, as well as, on my commute. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, who'd have thought I'd have a Neverland soundtrack, so to speak. Next I've got is a business card. Bang. So many contact details. Okay, yeah, so no sensitive information there. And I've got this, it's actually pretty cool. I haven't actually seen it. And I've got this MJ pin, like so. Cool. So that's basically the goodie bag in the industry with MJ. All up it costs 70 Australian dollars. I think it's worth it, to be honest. In a sense, you've got a lot of all these cool stuff, and yeah, Brad was very fortunate to sign one of the pictures of no extra charge. I'm not too sure if I mentioned it, but I think my ticket was around 300 Australian dollars, adjusted for, I think, the US conversion. But overall, look, to be honest, I see this as, I wouldn't say as an investment, but obviously I can understand the rate in which he charges in terms of the merch, the insights, his relationship with MJ, and not to mention the actual venue hire, as well as just logistical stuff like traveling and all that stuff. I mean, that's the reality of it. But look, I'd pay for this again, to be honest. Listening to all the stories, the insights, the production value, it's really, really cool. Got to hear some unreleased material, so to speak, some demos and all that stuff. And it was just interesting hearing just the insight on how the songs were made and produced. But yeah, I won't really get into it in a sense, the nitty-gritty details, because obviously the seminar changes per city or per basis or whenever it's shown. And I want you to hear from Brad, to be honest, in a sense where, look, it's his show, obviously. I don't want to steal his thunder. And plus, I think it's just more respectable if you hear it from Brad. But yeah, nonetheless, a very cool seminar. And then after the seminar, a few MJ fans and I had a few drinks. And then afterwards, we tried to take a picture next to the MJ the Musical mural, but that actually got replaced with another mural, kind of sad. But then we got some more MJ the Musical merch. So what have we got? We have got another mini booklet, so to speak. Now I've got 3 programs now. I don't know what to do with this one. I'll probably sell it or probably just give it away, to be honest. But yeah, I've already covered this in my other video. But turns out there's actually a bigger program where it actually has more text and some more insight. This is what it looks like. And it actually has more, I'm gonna flip it back to front to back kind of thing. But it actually has more pictures and stuff. So there's more text, which is pretty cool. You get to read the insights about the production, the costumes, the ride and all that stuff. And the pictures are from the Australian cast only, as opposed to this one. Actually, let me fact check this one. Does this one have the Australian cast? Yeah, this one has a mixture of the Australian and US cast, but this one is pure the Australian cast. Pretty cool. Yeah, I literally have not read any of this stuff. I just had a skim read, but I'm looking forward to hearing the insights of MJ the Musical from the writers and the production team. Picked up some grey sparkly socks. Pretty cool. I like the design, and I always need an extra pair of socks. And last but not least, I picked up another t-shirt. This one's a pretty cool, funky design in a sense. This one kind of reminds me of the Beat It shirt in terms of the color, but it's kind of like a tie-dye MJ the Musical. I think the set design is Thriller. Pretty cool, all in all. And then this is the tote bag. And to think, I said to myself, I'm not going to buy any more MJ the Musical merch. That is a blatant lie. But yeah, to be honest with you, I looked at the other t-shirts, the other hats and all that stuff. It didn't really appeal to me, as well as the albums. I already own the albums, but it was a great MJ Saturday, so to speak. met some new people, which is really cool. Love meeting some new friends. And yeah, I think there's going to be a resurgence of MJ, so to speak. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it in the sense where Sydney, or I should say Australia, is finally getting the MJ contents that we really, really want. As controversial as it sounds, the biopic, I know there's so many news updates from everyone. I hope the biopic comes soon. But yeah, MJ the musical in Sydney is playing until August. I might watch it again. I don't know. I don't have anyone to watch it with in a sense, or you know, I'm running out of money, so it's time. Well, not really time, it's extended to August, but I'm running out of money. But yeah, I might watch it a second time. Who knows? But yeah, these are all the things that I have bought from the merch table, so to speak, from the seminar, as well as MJ the musical. I'm really, really happy in a sense. It was a really great event. You've probably seen the post on Instagram, but yeah, hope you enjoy, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you around.